Where do we start with that, boys? This is my first post-match reaction video on YouTube, and that is what we're here to talk about. It's embarrassing, but is it a surprise? Is that a surprise from this Manchester United team that they have just served that up? Because for me, it's not. I'm sat here after the game, wedged into a car park, and I'm thinking that's not a surprise to me at all. With 10 men, not a surprise. And we'll just go through the game, right? Because the first 10-15 minutes, Manchester United were poor. Everton just had the ball and we could not get it back. We could not get out to Everton. They've obviously got Dewsbury Hall, they've got Garner, very, very good players. And then on the wings, they've got Ndiaye, they've got Grealish, who technically are very sound. There wasn't really a concern of them being overly expansive and hitting us on the counter-attack, but what they were going to do was, when they got the ball, they were going to keep it. And they did exactly that. Manchester United were lacklustre from the start. I thought Casemiro was poor, Bruno Fernandes, poor in that midfield. But you sat there thinking, right, because we've had this early on this season, haven't we? An early red card against Chelsea. And what did we do? We got 2 goals. And yes, we struggled slightly in that second half because Casemiro went and got sent off. But I thought we played the game better that day. We played this situation better that day. I thought the way we set up was so poor, so naive today. And there'll be people out there criticising Ruben Amorim and the manager and what his decisions were in that game. Was it his fault? He gambled. He brought on the players. I was sat there thinking, right, get Mount on for the press. He brought him on. I was thinking get Mainu on. He brought him on. Move Ahmad to that right wing back position. He did all of that. Arguably the only other decision he could have made tonight was to bring Shea Lacey on. And are we really doing that in that situation? Is that what we're doing? But it's catch-22 with these players because we're sat here saying we want Kobbie Mainoo to play, we want Xerxes to play, we want whoever it might be to get football minutes, but they're not good enough when they're playing. Kobbie Mainoo, I love Kobbie Mainoo as a footballer. He looked lethargic, he looked off it today. And Xerxes, I thought was poor. Granted, he had a couple of our chances, but again, very, very poor. And I've spoken about on my TikTok, one thing I hate about this Manchester United team, and it's an indicator of when we're not going to be very good, is when Bruno Fernandes drops back into that position of like a quarterback and he's picking up the ball and spraying it about. We look terrible when he does that because it's scattergun. There's no system there. There's no punchiness through the thirds. It's Bruno Fernandes gets the ball off De Ligt. I hate nothing more than De Ligt passing the ball 2 yards to Bruno Fernandes. It happens time and time again in games like that, and it shouldn't be happening. This system is reliant on the centre halves being comfortable coming out of the ball. Yoro again, I thought struggled today. De Ligt, I thought he was actually all right. Luke Shaw looked slow. He was technically not quite right today. Patrick Dorgu on that left wing back position, he was getting some stick in the stands. And I'm someone who kind of stands by Dorgu in terms of he brings a lot of athleticism. He can fall back on that when needed, but he couldn't today. There was no hiding space for how bad he was on the ball. And it's a massive opportunity missed because we had the potential to go up to 4th place with a win tonight. And you sat there and you're looking at some of the teams that have played over the weekend. Tottenham battered against Arsenal. Liverpool looking lacklustre. There's teams in and around that top 4 position who aren't very good teams. And there's an opportunity for us there. But we're not going to take that opportunity because the drop-off between the players who are currently starting matches and the players that are asked to come on and change football games, it's not enough. The jump isn't enough and the quality level isn't there. Yes, the quality footballers. Yes, Mainu is a quality footballer. Yes, Xerxes got quality. Yes, Mount's got quality. But they just cannot replicate it because they're not playing enough minutes. And is that on Ruben Amorim? You have to say it is. You have to say it is. He has to find a way to give Kobbie Mainoo more than 80 minutes or whatever he's got in the league this season. It's not enough for a player to sustain any sort of form. And I'm still sat in this car park and I'm still disappointed because you want a kick start for this Manchester United team, and I thought we'd just got it. I thought we'd turned the corner and built a little bit of resilience. Yes, we've had a couple of poor kind of second halves where we've lost leads or we've gone behind or whatever it might be. But I thought we were getting a bit of resilience where stuff like this wouldn't keep happening. But like I say at the beginning of the video, it's not a shock to me. It's not a shock to me. The Stretford end, I was sat in like W14, which is literally above the tunnel. It was flat. It was so flat. That's supposed to be the area that generates the atmosphere, but you would need these players to give you something. You need them to show kind of a spark, something to get you going in a game of football like that. And it just didn't happen today. Yeah. What else is there to say? We can dissect it. We can talk about this, and this. But ultimately, Manchester United are reverting to sort tonight. We have gone back to what we have been for the last 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years. And is that on the manager? Is it on the players? I'm not entirely sure. But what I can tell you is that is just not a good enough performance. And it sets us back. It's a massive, massive setback. Because the confidence we built from them couple of games, or the 5 games unbeaten, or whatever it was, that was something tangible. But we've got none of that now. We've lost a momentum builder, an opportunity to go into these next 10 games, which are nice games of football, and we've wasted that opportunity. And now you're looking at them running fixtures and you're thinking, oh, that's a difficult game. That's a difficult game. We should be slapping Everton home. I don't care where Manchester United are. We should be beating Everton at home. We should just be beating them. But yeah, the car park's clearing out, so I'm going to go. But it's not the ideal start to YouTube, boys. It's just not. But follow along. Hopefully, we'll get some more good content coming out. I'm going to do a bit more detailed stuff in this next week or so. We'll take a look at the system. I'm going to do a video on like what we do over AFCON, because that is going to be a worry. Yeah, follow along. Hit the subscribe button. And please, please, go to bed.